beginning. He won't have to run all the way back now for that, or else that would be a little bit difficult. As the coin toss begins here, we'll see who attacks and who defends this round.
Yeah, people are getting a good look at my basement, just filled with, like I have a, what is this? They're making fun of my CRTs, but I have a,
Why?
What is this, like a 786 I have sitting behind me too, or something?
Actually, CRTs are better. They still are. I mean, you know, unless you have one of those nice 120 hertz monitors or whatever, which I do not yet. I'm watching this currently on my giant Nokia 21-inch, courtesy of the folks of Finland. To make Nokia says Spurko is going to be our first guy for PyRoGEN, and he's going to go up that left side, very dangerous, and he is already in trouble here. They had him coming and going, guys on both sides of that ramp. That is just a death trap there, but he manages to avoid all that and gets a shot onto Morty to take him down. He's down to 1 armor though, so he's got 2 defenders to deal with here. How's he going to play this? He's going to actually move all the way over to the right side and try to line people up. Gets a rock block there, looking for the defenders here. He kind of got an idea of where they're at now. He's going to try to make his push. As the time starts ticking down, we're opened up for the pole attack now as Spurko, but before he can get in, Ty gets him in that little mid area there. There's just enough room to throw some rockets in, and he got him with one. And Ty is going to go on the attack now for Team K1ck.
Yes, and let's see what the defense is here from PyRoGEN. Very aggressive. Holy cow. On the rail pad, a player up on the left and one in the jail. They do not want them anywhere near the pole, and it is Hybrid going to be able to get another hit there on that rail pad. K1ck trying to get that hit, not able to, and I'm trying to find that defender there. There he is, and so K1ck just misses by 22 meters, and now rotating over to the left, and there's the pickoff. And I'm going to have to watch them on this next defense. They got there so fast. That was crazy.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit different style, and it works very well there. As who's this? K1ck for PyRoGEN on the attack now. And we'll see if that translates offensively as well as defensively, if they come up with something different from what we're seeing. Again, he's thinking about that left side, but I don't know. That's just always such a dangerous way to go, especially if the defense knows you're coming. So now he's just using that wall jump to try to line up some shots here, and at least get an idea of where the defense is, which now he does. And here he goes to that left side, going to take a chance with it, and he does take Morty out, and that makes it a little bit easier for him, but he is hit by Ty, taking him down to 2 armors. He barely misses a shot there, and Ty gets him with another armor, and Didix, as he comes up again, gets him with a third, and that's going to make it 2-1 in favor of K1ck and give Morty a chance to try to put him up by 2 here with an offensive point.
I'm watching the defensive rush here to see how they get there so fast, man. That is crazy. It looks like they just go right up the middle.
21-inch land where I travel. No, now I did bring a CRT to QuakeCon a few years back after it was fashionable to do so. But yeah, that gets tough to carry around. Yes.
And Morty, though, already gets 1 pickoff, does take a hit there in the back. The defense, though, is still going to be set up, but K1ck taking off on that rail pad. It's going to be just Spurko. I have a hard time saying that one. Spurko.
Well, because you're thinking of Spookroll from North America, yes.
And so Morty is going to be trying to slow things down a bit, waiting for the pole to go live so he can just go capture it. Let's see how he's going to do on this defense here. The defensive angle, couple rockets coming out with that laser recharging, just misses again. Misses by 10 centimeters. Will he be able to get a rocket in here? Does get 1 hit, and now he gets another around the corner. So able to give his team that defensive point. I thought Morty had it as he got those great pickoffs in the beginning. Again, guys, if you have... Lifepoint just said, injured giving away Atari at 1,100 followers. That's hilarious.
I'm not giving away my Atari.
If you guys are liking seeing the defensive view and the different angles, please let me know. And if you just want to see it straight up from the view of the offensive player, let me know that too. As Hybrid gets 2 great picks.
Hybrid, man. What a shot. These last couple of shots there, just taking out Morty and Ty and everybody and getting an offensive point. This PyRoGEN team looks really good, man.
Oh, yeah. I think their first tournament was that they participated in was not too long ago, and they did pretty well. I really just think it was lack of experience that held him back. But Didix does get that pickoff onto Hybrid. Hybrid, after that great offensive round, is going to have to be watching here. And K1ck stuck down in that pit. That's not where you want to be. So 3 armored offensive player now versus the 1 defender.
Yep, and that makes it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I collect all those old games. I have a old Atari and television. Hell, I have an Atari Jaguar. I love that old stuff. I mean, you can do it with emulators now, but there's something about the old hardware that is just a lot of fun. As Didix is at the pole now, and he is 1-2-3 by Spurko as soon as he gets in to that very small pole area, and he just used that to really hem Didix in before he could even get to the pole. And Spurko is going to go on attack offensively. We'll see if he can do it as well with the railgun as he did with the rocket just then.
Oh, and he says that they say his name's Sparko. Is it Sparko or Sparko?
Well, depending on what region you're from, I suppose.
I'm going to say Sparko. I don't know why you throw a W on the end of there. If we have any EU players in here, let me know how you would say that in Europe. He's from France, so...
You say Les Sparko.
Yeah. So Sparko going to be coming in here. Does take a hit there into the hip, and now he's going to be down 1 armor. The defense is being pretty aggressive here with that rocket fire. Does hit him again all the way back down, and now Ty is going to be putting a little bit of fire. Didix, no, it's going to be Morty on that far end. Gets the shot around the corner.
Yeah, you say you can't promise the Atari you're giving away work. So well, you couldn't promise that it works with a modern TV. I remember my old Atari had like a 2 antenna screw things that you just had bare wires that you hooked up to the antenna screws on the back of your TV. So I don't know what sort of newfangled stuff you would need to make that work. Way off the subject, though, back onto it here as Ty is wow, what a shot on the Spurko there as he gets him with a very nice rail shot, and that's going to give him room to go up this left side unmolested, and that gives him a little bit. The one thing about that is he can go around and get Hybrid with a second shot there. It gives him a little bit of room to play around with his positioning here. But K1ck gets him with a couple, and he's keeping him off the pole, and he gets him with a triple there. As again, these guys, once you get into that pole area, PyRoGEN is really in control of that.
Yeah, so somebody just asked in chat if anyone has a Virtual Boy. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh man,
Virtual Boy. I
had one, but it quit working. I don't know. Those things were notoriously weird hardware even for Nintendo. It was usually very reliable on that sort of thing.
Yeah, and somebody also asked if it's easier to defend or attack, and it's very much, I would say, quote-unquote, easier to defend. You're expected to win your defensive points more. Oftentimes in a match, somebody winning one offensive round will be what makes or breaks a game, and that one offensive round winning will then allow them to win that entire map, because you have to win by 2. And
this is something that we've seen the pro players talk about, is that they would like to see it open up a little bit more offensively, because when you get at a really high level, there's times when if you miss 1 or 2 of those rail shots, and that's not a miss there, nice shot by Morty, if you it puts you in a lot of trouble sometimes if you miss that initial shot because of the aggressive style of the defense. Then they've got an idea of where you're at, then they can push in on you, and it's not holding Morty back, though. He's already got 2 guys out of the way, and that's the first hit on him so far, as K1ck has got him with one. But the real test will be, got him in the side there right before he could even get in. I was going to say, before he was hoping to get him before he had to drop down into that small pole capture area, and he did. That was the right choice by Morty, and that's going to tie this thing up at 5. Another close round so far, Andred.
Yeah, and so now I believe the offensive rounds are tied up. Yeah, we got Hybrid with one earlier. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it again. Hybrids, if I remember, was kind of bang, bang, bang. So we'll see how he ends up doing here on this one. Is he going to methodically pick him off? Well, there's the first one. Didix will be out for this one. You see him cut right through, goes for Morty, avoids the rockets, but not able to hit a laser himself. And now Hybrid, with 15 seconds left before the poll goes live, has a bit of time again to play with his food. And will he be able to get it? Comes out, does get an exchange there. There's another hit, though, by Ty. Ty does get the other. That one rocket shot bounced him up into the air, and Hybrid ends up floating and gets taken out. So great play there by Ty.
Yes, it was, and that was a difference maker there. That could be something that comes into play towards the end of this round if it stays this close. And here is Diddix on the attack for Team K1ck, a solid offensive and defensive player, as he is looking for his shots here, as now he's kind of in that pit where he took somebody out earlier, but he doesn't stay there long, and he manages to rock block his way out of a bunch of rocket spam there. Is he going to go straight for the pole? Is he going to? Nope, he's going to go to the right here, and oh, nice, as he gets the defensive player. That was Hybrid that he got. Just saw him around the corner and managed to get him before he could see him, as now he's going to go ahead and go to that pole cap, and doesn't quite make it, though. Again, this PyRoGEN defense right at the end there, with Spurko and K1ck getting him with shots and getting the defensive point, tying this thing up at 6. Here comes Le Spurko for PyRoGEN.
Yeah, Sparko will be trying to get that point. He hits the rocket, and might have been a hit there early on, which would have been very nice for him, but not able to. The defense, Diddix playing a little bit more aggressive this time, and gets picked off, and that is, again, exactly what I'm talking about. So now, you got one less defender to worry about, Ty in the middle, Morty in the back, and now you kind of have a free reign to get up here. And, oh my goodness, I don't even know how that hit him. That was crazy. Yeah. And then I didn't even see Ty there. How in the world did he hit him? That is crazy. So now, oh man, I was going to say now one defender left, but then there were none. And great offensive round there by Sparko. 7-6, PyRoGEN takes the lead here. And I don't think this is their first lead, but it's been their first for a while.
Yeah, that one shot was, as we say, off the top of the dome. He only had just the very top of his forehead to hit him, and he got him with it. So a good shot there. As Ty is taking his time here on this one, trying to get some shots in, not quite getting them, going to back off a little bit. Still plenty of time on the clock, as he's in a pretty safe spot there, looking in the normal defensive spots for guys. But PyRoGEN is working a little bit more of a rotational style defense, and it's working very well for them so far. But so far they haven't been able to land anything. They are all waiting for him on the point. Now this is going to be very difficult for Ty to get in, as already 1-2 with the armors, and all three PyRoGENs get him with the rocket. And that's going to put them ahead by 2 now, 8-6, as K1ck goes on the attack.
Yeah, that was a very close match there. That was crazy. He had a couple opportunities to kind of get shots in the back of people, but was not able to really get the hits there. So it was very close. And K1ck almost getting that pick off on a Diddix again. And now he gets the one on the tie. Diddix a bit out of position now. And again, I just don't know how I feel about that defensive setup. But K1ck rotating over now. 7-centimeter miss. That was so close. But K1ck now going to go down and around. We'll see if he's going to be able to get a hit, and misses 5 millimeters. Oh my goodness, K1ck, I feel bad for you, buddy. Oh, that's a good jump up. I like that jump up. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it again. I don't know if he practiced that. That is a great jump up. But now a double tap immediately on him, and the third. Morty gets all 3 hits. And K1ck showing some really cool things. I think you can make that jump up. That'd be a really good one. Because that jump, the jump pad there just is so sketchy, man. You're so vulnerable.
Yes, and it leaves you, it puts you so high in the air that you're very, very vulnerable to shots. And they managed to double tap him while he's just kind of hanging there. And there's not really much you can do other than try to pick people off in the air. And speaking of picking people off in the air, Morty with a nice jump shot there on the exchange. Sparkow gets him with one, but he gets him in return. But wow, Hybrid with another rocket though is taking Morty down to 1 armor. This is going to make it a pretty tough one to go.